Care has always held communities together. It is the quiet labor before sunrise, the decisions made in boardrooms and at kitchen tables. Yet, the systems that shape our workplaces, our policies, and our culture were not always built with caregivers in mind. Today, we pause to listen, to honor, and to imagine something better. This is a conversation about reimagining and about the women already doing the work.
We're stronger together than individually. I think when women come together, we're unstoppable. We're truly unstoppable. I mean, we're a powerful group.
You know, the interesting thing about the moment we're living in is that there has been so much work done to open the public sphere for women, right? We have women in Congress, we have women in courts, we have women in the C-suites, we are everywhere.
As a woman, you will find it's just what we do. And do we do it all well at all times? No, it's not a reality, but we do it.
We are so used to everything resting on our shoulders and handling everything on our own without asking for help. That strong, independent woman that some of us are so proud to wear.
And you're running yourself crazy and no one's even acknowledging, no one's like, thank you. I almost equate it to you are leading the Titanic.
As women, we feel like we need to do everything perfectly and we need to give 100% to everything that we do. And that's impossible.
At times you feel like you're in a room, but you're not seen. Although you give your all, it's not enough. However, it's that one spark, right, that an employee may say, contractor may say, or young youth may do. Just a smile, when you come in a room, that'll keep you going.
The times when I have experienced some sense of balance, right, between my work life and my home life, and especially the home life part that includes my kids, is when I have a flexible workplace. That's what really helps me feel supported in my professional role. And it's a thing that I've offered to my employees when I've been in management roles.
I think that care needs to be brought back into it. Empathy needs to be brought back into the workplace. I think that we've lost that. We are so focused on productivity and bringing that care back into it instead of, you didn't get these numbers into me, you didn't get this certain thing done, you're late on this, let's find out why, let's support, let's see if there's any outside factors that are leading to that. And that builds up trust with your team.
If we could make it a little bit more flexible for women to be able to show up and to not feel stretched. I think it's important for women to realize that then they can be seen.
I think as an immigrant minority, young second language speaker woman working on a higher education institute, pretty much I have all the labels all against me. And a lot of time I feel as a woman, I have to do more to be seen compared to my male counterparts.
I really didn't start having a lot of problems until I became an entrepreneur and I didn't look like everyone else in the space. It was almost as if they were looking for the man to show up in the room to own this company and not me.
We need men who are gonna stand up when they hear other men saying things that put a woman back in her place, right? I want to see more men step into not just an ally role, but an accomplice role. We're gonna break the mold together.
To win is to win. Don't matter to me who says it. If I can get you to say it and you'll go along with it, that's what I'll do. Because in the end, we all win. And that's what's important.
The system has never been designed for minorities or marginalized social groups ever, because people in power build it, and we are the people typically do not have that power. That's why when they built the system, they didn't put us in mind.
Our current care system is fragmented and frankly archaic.
And I'm talking about single moms that are working 2 jobs. They don't have adequate child care. They don't have reliable transportation. I'm talking about the woman who's working full time and then goes home at night and tries to care for her elderly father. There really aren't systems in place to help those kind of women.
The first thing we need to do is we need to have universal childcare. The reason why we should start with childcare is because childcare is something that would be available to all working women. Too often our policies focus on white-collar women, right? You think about maternity leave. A woman who's working at McDonald's is not going to get maternity leave, but she could get childcare, and that could make the difference for her.
Childcare, that's our future. And so they become your leaders and your entrepreneurs and things like that.
I work for an institution that prioritizes our schedules and understands that there are needs outside of the workplace. That has not always been the case at other jobs, and why I left those other jobs, because it was not sustainable with my life.
For me, sustainability is about margin. Margin is that the space to allow you to do what you need to do. And without margin, women burn out.
I've realized for me, enough and being whole is when I'm taking care of myself too. It doesn't mean that you still don't have your roles and responsibility as a mom, community leader, entrepreneur, employer, all the things. You still have those roles, but you just put yourself in the mix as well.
I can't pour into others what I haven't poured into myself. And I try to teach my young girls that. They're only 6 and 2, but mommy gets self-care.
Care, in general, care in our society, it's not a luxury. It is part of our economic infrastructure, and that's how it needs to be reimagined.